a recipe for relationship. I recently had the opportunity to spend time with someone who I knew but didn't know but knew. And this is a relationship that is not based on sex at all. As a matter of fact, it never entered the picture. I kind of thought I knew what love was about. And now I have a clear idea. And I clearly have an understanding of what a relationship is. Because everything is a reflection of who I am. And it's not often I get to share my space with someone that is of the human nature. The internet nature, yes. But this is different when you're sharing space with another human being. I wondered before she had arrived how we would get on, because I really hadn't spent a lot of time with her. And it's not often that I had someone living with me for any period of time. And when she arrived, I kind of knew that we would be okay. I'm not sure how I knew, but I did know. And there was so much that I had discovered about myself. Things that I knew, but never had the chance to really embody it. It's one thing to speak of it. It's another to embody it, to feel it within the corridors of your heart and soul. After my friend left, I sent her a note and told her everything that I had discovered and remembered and embodied because of the time that we had spent together. I never really understood relationships since I had not had too many, or they were short-lived, and they were for the wrong reasons. The relationships I had before was to fill a void. But now that void was filled within me because I healed that and those parts of me that felt that need to be wanted and to be loved. I think the most valuable thing that I got from this time was fluidity. How everything just moved through space and time with grace and ease. There was never a question or grinding of teeth and saying, oh, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to go there. Or you want to walk out of the room because you've had enough. There was never that time. It was like we both knew when it was time to just go our separate ways, whether it was for 5 minutes or an hour. We both are light-hearted, open-hearted people, and we spoke from love. We spoke from kindness and trust. As I sat back and I listened and I remembered and I rediscovered so many things I had learned. Have you ever done that, where you've sat down, wrote out what you've discovered from having that, sharing that space or being in the relationship that you're in? What is it you discovered about yourself or embodied? Because there's so many things we know, but we don't know because we don't own it. So it's about honesty and it's about truth. And no matter what, you always stand in your light. You always say what you feel you need to say from your heart. And there were times that I said the wrong thing. It was just an unconscious remark. And I didn't realize because it was unconscious. And what she did was she brought it to my attention a few days later. And I said, what you could have done is said it to me then, because then not only had I triggered you, but then I could go inside and really heal that aspect of me that was crying for my attention. So fluidity in a relationship is so, so important, where you're not trying to fill a space or a void with silly conversations that make no sense. Oh yes, sometimes we talk about fluffy things, but it was not a long conversation, and it wasn't about putting someone down or talking behind somebody's back. It was about ourselves and what we had discovered and what we were discovering and how we are moving through these most interesting, challenging times. The other important thing that I really, really, really learned was the meaning of love. To love someone for who they are, without any desires or sexual need, just to love someone. It is an incredible feeling. It wasn't because there was a need. It was just normal. It's very confusing for me because I never really understood love. I always thought someone would love me and help me feel better about me, but since I had healed all of that, the need to fill a void of love, when that's what I had to do first and have done. So having this person in my space for 5 days, the love that I had for her was the love that I had for myself. It's the love that I have that keeps growing and goes deeper and deeper within me, helping my heart and soul to expand. That is a relationship. It's a relationship that you can have with anyone.